1996. Remember the magic. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, please welcome Walt Disney World Ambassadors Jennifer Mason and Norman Verschulta.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Jennifer Mason, one of the two members of the Walt Disney World Ambassador team, and it is my pleasure to welcome you to Magic Kingdom Park at Walt Disney World. Now, Walt Disney World Resort has been home to literally millions of celebrations over the years, but this morning we are taking a few moments to celebrate the resort herself. Now, you see, it was 40 years ago this morning, here at this park, that Walt Disney World welcomed its very first guests. We're hoping you will take just a few short moments to celebrate with us. And here to set the stage, I would like to welcome my teammate, Walt Disney World Ambassador Norman Verschulta.
Good morning, everyone, and happy birthday, Walt Disney World! Now, let's see, who do we have here this morning? How many of you, by show of hands, were here 40 years ago for opening day? Give yourselves a hand! Now, how many of you are here for the very first time today? Give yourselves a hand! Well, you picked a good time to visit. For those of you who were here in 1971, let me take you for a walk down memory lane. That morning, if you filled up your car, your gas cost 36 cents a gallon. As you drove here, you were probably listening to Simon and Garfunkel. That's right. And if you had the big bucks, you were listening to them in style on an 8-track. The guests who visited here on opening day were greeted by our very excited cast members. We had 5,500 of them as compared to the 62,000 we have today. And now, I would like to introduce you to the person who leads those 62,000 cast members. Please help me welcome the President, Walt Disney Parks and Resorts Operations, United States and France, and the President of Walt Disney World, Meg Crofton.
Good morning and happy birthday, Walt Disney World! You know, whether you were here 40 years ago, or today is the first time you walked out Main Street, USA, we are so glad that you are here. We're thrilled to have you with us as our guests on this, our 40th anniversary. Within our company, there's a story that when Walt Disney's Wonderful World of Color television program was being filmed, the producers wanted a shot of Walt Disney walking down an empty Main Street at Disneyland before the park was open. Walt did something that was very much out of character for him. He refused to do that. To Walt Disney, people were the essential element of his parks. You've probably heard his famous quote, "You can dream, create, plan, and build the most wonderful place in the world, but it takes people to make the dream a reality." Many people hear that and assume that Walt was talking about our cast members, and he was. But he was also talking about our guests. For this place to be truly magical, it takes your smiles and your laughter, the joy of meeting a princess, or the excitement of becoming a pirate. So by being here today, you are helping make this dream, Walt Disney World, a reality. And for that, we sincerely thank you. We thank you, too, for giving us a reason to grow over the last 40 years. That first year, and indeed that first decade, the Magic Kingdom was the only park here. And we only offered 3 choices to stay: the Contemporary, the Polynesian, and Fort Wilderness. We've grown by leaps and bounds since then, but the fact remains that this place, as it appeared on October 1st, 1971, was the last great vision of one of the world's greatest dreamers. And while Walt never set foot in this finished park, he walked it many times in his imagination. Walt's brother Roy acknowledged that fact when he dedicated this park and called it not Disney World, as it had been known throughout its planning, but Walt Disney World. Here, in front of Cinderella Castle, you can't help but notice our partner statue. It depicts Walt together with Mickey, the mouse who started it all. Later today, I hope you'll also stop at the other end of Main Street. There, just to the side of City Hall, you'll find our statue of Roy, relaxing on a park bench with Minnie. And just across the street, in Town Square, you'll find a plaque that contains the remarks which Roy dedicated on opening day for Walt Disney World. And here is what it says. Walt Disney World is a tribute to the philosophy and life of Walter Elias Disney, and to the talents, the dedication, and the loyalty of the entire Disney organization that made Walt Disney's dream come true. May Walt Disney World bring joy and inspiration and new knowledge to all who come to this happy place, a magic kingdom where the young at heart of all ages can laugh and play and learn together. Many memories have been created in this park. We appreciate you being here this morning to share this one. And now, to share his memories of the Magic Kingdom, I'd like to welcome someone who was a cast member here on opening day in 1971, taking e-tickets at the entrance to the Haunted Mansion. Since then, he has built a distinguished career here and earned the admiration of both our cast and our guests. He is now a Walt Disney World Vice President and the leader of our Magic Kingdom. Please welcome Bill Holmes.
Good morning. Good morning. Well, you couldn't ask for a better day to celebrate our 40th anniversary. This is truly spectacular. So I did want to share just a couple of great memories. This is, believe it or not, it is much easier than you would think for me to recall that magical day in 1971. And I can easily remember our guests coming right down Main Street, USA, like all of you did today. I was waiting for them as you went over this bridge right next door, right at the Haunted Mansion at the turnstiles. And I can tell you candidly, the thing I worried about the most was that ticket book, that A through E ticket book. Right? I think you got that as a in your guide map today. You can remember that. So for me, it was all about that E ticket, was I know very special and very coveted. But I really was trying to make sure I did all the right things for our guests. So as a cast member, I was really focused on what was going to make this really the most magical experience. And I had a great leader that gave me some wonderful advice. And he said to me, Phil, what I want you to do is make sure every one of the guests that comes in with their families, make sure they just have a fantastic time. Make sure they're having fun. He goes, we'll figure out that ticket thing as we go. So for anybody that was here on that opening day, if you visited the Haunted Mansion and you got in on an A ticket, you're welcome. So as you would expect, the Haunted Mansion still has great touches in my heart, and I'm able to share it with my grandchildren now, so it's something that will always be very special to me. But I think the other thing that's very special, as Walt said, we'll never be done. As long as there's imagination left in the world, we'll always be doing new and wonderful things. So certainly if you go to the Haunted Mansion today, there's new magic being created by our Imagineers as we speak. And I would tell you the cast members today are even better at creating magical moments for all of you than I think we were even in 1971. So that legacy continues on. I think the other great example sits behind us in Fantasyland. The new Fantasyland, I know you are going to love and will be another part of that legacy. So with that, again, I wanted to thank you all for coming out. I wanted to thank you for celebrating with today. Let you know just how special it means for every one of the cast members throughout, all 62,000 cast members. They're really the folks that make the magic happen. They're the ones that all of the letters that come in to my desk, that's what they talk about. So we appreciate them. We know you do too. And we love having you here to celebrate with us. Thank you.
Thank you, Phil, very much for sharing your special memories with us.
Well, our celebration is almost finished, but before we finish it, we would love to complete it with a little help from all of you. We invite you to sing along with some very special performers this morning. Please help me welcome the Dapper Dan!
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. We are so proud to be part of this celebration today, especially since the Dapper Dans and the Marching Band both were here opening day. So, let's sing When You Wish Upon a Star together. Everybody know the words? All right then.